Good morning, my darlings. So we are going to look at how to use this page, this summary frame, to write a complete summary of an article. We started doing this a few days ago, but I think we decided this would be a better way to learn it. So before I start, I know I need three things. One, I need this summary frame, which I got from Canvas. If you are not sure where to find this, make sure you go to modules, la-di-da, and take the summary practice from Tuesday, or maybe I will move it to Friday. Anyways, click summary practice. Hooray. So you can have this open while you are watching the video. I also need my original article to remind myself what I was reading. It's always good to have the original article next to you while you're writing a summary. And I'm going to use my notes from one of your classes about what the main idea of each paragraph was. This is really going to help me decide what's most important to put in the summary. Okay, so take a moment to get all those three documents, the summary frame copy, which you will get on from the course modules, the Newsella article, which you can also find in course modules, and your document determining the main idea, which is probably also in modules. Looks like it is here from Friday the 25th. So take a moment to do that, please. Make sure you have all three of these and we can get started. Okay, so first thing I need to do, of course, is my name. So I'm gonna say Ms. PB. I can spell. Ms. PB, today is October 2nd. We've made it to October. Write a summary of blank. So I need to know exactly which article I'm doing. So I'm going to go in here and actually just copy the title. That's one of the things that makes it a little bit easier. Oh, wait, no, that's way too big. Okay, never mind. I'll just write the title. NBA announces. See. So if I don't want to go back and forth, I can hover over the tab. And here it shows me, well, the majority of the title. Dang, didn't quite work. NBA announces social justice and voting plans as games resume. Cool. Now, because this is a title of an article, I need quotation marks on the outside. This shows me that it is an article title. And now I'm ready to get started. These words are going to help me throughout. You'll probably remember some of these. This is a sequence word, right? And then you have some, whatchamabobbers, you have some cause and effect words. For example, as a result, furthermore, etc. So again, we will do this together, but these words are here to help us use academic language. So here's the topic sentence. In the article called blah. Okay, so I need to fill this in with the title of the article. I already have it written up here, so I can just copy it. Control C. In the article titled blah, 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 blah. There we go. In the article titled NBA announces social justice and voting plans as games resume, author's full name. I don't remember that, so let's check. Author. It doesn't tell me. It just says Washington Post and Newsella staff. So I'll use that, I guess. In the article, okay, I need a comma here. The Washington Post and Newsella staff. Now the next thing I need is one of these words, and these will help me introduce the topic of the article. So I'm going to pick any of these work. I'm going to use presents. It's another word for shows, which is my go-to, but shows is not as academic. So we're going to use presents. It's a little more academic. So I'm going to write here presents. Ta-da. The Washington Post and New Zealand presents, and now I need the topic. So the title says here that the title will help me figure out what the topic is. So let's look at it. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Clearly, I'm tired. NBA announces social justice and voting plans as games resume. So presents, I actually kind of repeat almost that. I'm going to repeat it more or less. Presents the NBA's plans for social justice and voting rights as they resume the games. It's almost exactly the same. The difference is this is a little more grammatically correct. News article titles usually are not in complete sentences. This, oh my god, excuse me, this now is. So I'm going to read this sentence to myself to make sure I like it. In the article titled NBA Announces Social Justice and Voting Plans as Games Resume, the Washington Post and New Zealand staff present, should be present, because it's two of them, the NBA's plans for social justice and voting rights as they resume the games. Cool, that's my first sentence. Next, I need my first detail. I need a signal word. So because this is the first detail, probably the easiest one to use is first. I'm going to put that. First. Now the author's last name, it's quite long. It's because it's not really a name, Washington Post and New Zealand staff. Then I need a citation verb. Plus that, how, or if. So I don't know what citation verbs are. Okay, cool. So this gives me a bunch of ideas. Here's one to introduce a topic. Now I already introduced my topic. Right now I want to provide details. So I'm going to pick one of these. Let's see, I'm going to use reports because it's a news article. So it makes the most sense to me. Washington Post and New Zealand staff report, because it's two of them. Now, an important detail in my own words. Now, I can get this one from going back to the article, but I don't have to do that right now because I've already done that. I've already determined the main ideas. So I'm going to go through here and start at the beginning. So reports, I can use this. That game started again. Since there's a lot of main ideas here and I don't have a lot of time or a lot of space in this summary, I'm going to combine these first two details. I'm sorry, my computer is very slow. Reports that, I'm going to use this. Game started again. And why they stopped in the first place. This gives me enough information so that if someone is reading my summary but didn't read the article, they will understand exactly what happened. So let's continue. Report that, report that NBA players have started games again after a shutdown to protest, shutdown because of protesting the killing of, when was that? Let's check. Jacob Blake. There you go. Jacob Blake and an unarmed Black man. So this is important for anyone reading this article to understand in order to know why the shutdown happened in the first place. If they are restarting games, that means they stopped for some reason, right? So the NBA players have started games again after a shutdown because of protesting the killing of Jacob Blake, an unarmed black man. Cool. That's my first detail, and then now I'm done with it. Next, second detail. Well, since I already said the word next, I can use that. Next. Now, it's not he or she, it's multiple authors, so I'm going to write they need another citation verb. Let's see. To provide details. I like explains. I like this word. It gives me more detail about what is happening. Explains how. Okay, let's check again for more important details. So I've already talked about these. The games were extended. This is how they extended them by talking to their leaders, and they would help the Black community. That looks like a good reason, a good place for me to start. So I'm going to use this. Next, they explain, oh my gosh, my English is so bad today, everyone. Next, they explain how the, I think, the NBA will help the Black community now that games have restarted. Okay, so this tells me, this is introducing essentially the next detail I'm going to say. It's explaining how the NBA will help the Black community. So now I need to say exactly how, right? I need to give a little more detail so that anyone reading this, anyone who didn't read the article will know what the article was about. Let's see, I need a signal world. For example, there we go. I want to give examples. So let's do that. For example, Washington Post and New Zealand staff. Let's see, I need a citation verb from up here. I'm going to use shares because she's sharing detail, or they're sharing detail. Washington Post and New Zealand staff share that. Okay, now I need some important details about how the NBA will help the Black community. Remember, I want to expand on the most important ideas. So I know from the title and also from my notes that these are some of their plans. For example, Washington Post and New Zealand staff share that the NBA players plan to, I don't remember anymore, plan to push for changes in the criminal justice system. And there's my detail. So because I already know that there are plans, this gives me one more detail about exactly what those plans are. Now, I think I should include one more detail because this is also important. So I'm going to use this signal word in addition, and I'm going to use ads. It's a little, okay, it's a little repetitive. So maybe I'll say, furthermore, ads. Let's do this. I'm on detail number 4. I'm almost done. Furthermore, Washington Post and New Zealand staff. What did I choose? Oh, it was ads that. And now my important detail. The NBA players want to use NBA arenas as safe voting places. There we go. That's my next detail. And now I'm almost done. So when you are choosing these details, make sure they are the things that you really would want someone to know after they've read. And you already have a lot of them if you've done this main idea thing. Okay, let's continue. Next detail. Fifth detail. Let's see, what else did I write in here? Okay, so it tells me about Chris Paul, who says his people want to see a difference about the murders. Now it's giving me details about 2 or 3 more people who were also murdered by police. So I think I'm going to use this one since it's the beginning of this last paragraph. It generally summarizes what the paragraph is about. So this should help me get started. I'm going to use a signal word finally, right? I think. Oh no, never mind. I have to use it here. Let's use a different signal word. Let's see, what is available? I'm going to use in addition now, or additionally. Let's use additionally. Additionally, and let's use the word notes for providing details. So additionally, they note that, now going back to my main idea, and I'm going to put this in my own words, that the players are tired of murders of Black people and want change. And that could be enough. If I want to add a bit of detail, I can add which Black people, such as, or like Blake, Jacob Blake, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor. But this part is optional. This is just if I want to add a little more detail. But I'm going to keep it in there. Gives me a slightly more complex sentence. Additionally, they note that the players are tired of murders of Black people like Jacob Blake, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor and want change. Okay, and now I need to wrap up. Concludes by. So my signal word is going to be finally. Author's last name, again, it's the Washington Post and New Zealand staff. Conclude by. Let's see what happens at the very end of the article. I'm going to check. Okay, this seems to be the end. So this is what, because this is talking about July, it's talking about what the NBA did in the past. So they're concluding by reminding, I'm going to use that word, reminding readers that the NBA started, what words can I use? Okay, started to help in July by supporting Black companies and supporting the Black Lives Matter movement on the basketball courts. Now I'm done. We're almost done. The next thing I would need to do is to read through it again and make sure that all the details I've put in are important. I want to go check again my determining the main idea and see if there's anything else that's really important for understanding the title. For example, there's a detail I didn't cover. I didn't cover that them being in the NBA isolation zone, probably because it was only in one paragraph, even though it was a long paragraph, and it doesn't really connect to the title of the article. So I decided to leave it out, but if you want to use it, you may. So the next step for you all is to try this yourself and then turn it in. If you have been doing this while watching the video, huzzah for you. I do recommend trying it by yourself using your own notes, your own words on the NBA article as well as the article itself. Let me know if I can help you, and please let me know what questions you have, because we will use this format a lot in this class as well as in Ms. Cronin's. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.